The headlines are urgent. Chinese Coast Guard attacks Philippine ships. U.S. warships patrol disputed waters. Manila files new protests. This isn't just news. It's a daily struggle in the West Philippine Sea, where Filipino fishermen face off against Chinese vessels. A Philippine fishing boat bobs in the sun, dwarfed by a looming Chinese Coast Guard ship. Tension hangs in the air, ready to snap. Filipino sailors are on the front lines of a global power struggle. Chinese ships, larger and more aggressive, block and harass Philippine vessels, sometimes using water cannons. This is more than a dispute over fishing. It's a campaign of intimidation. Beijing's message: this sea is ours. The stakes are enormous, not just for those at sea, but for the entire Indo-Pacific. The U.S. Navy's presence signals support for international law, but to China, it's a provocation. Every patrol, every protest, every standoff raises the risk of conflict. The world watches, anxious. Is this the spark for a larger war? How far will China go? How will the U.S. and its allies respond? The answers are being written daily in these contested waters. The fate of international law, regional security, and millions of livelihoods hangs in the balance. This isn't just about ships, it's about the rules that govern our world. The West Philippine Sea is now the front line of a dangerous new era. To understand today's crisis, look back to 2016. An international tribunal ruled in favor of the Philippines, invalidating China's sweeping claims in the South China Sea. The court affirmed the Philippines' rights to its exclusive economic zone. China rejected the ruling, calling it void, and ramped up its activities at sea. Chinese Coast Guard and militia now patrol waters legally belonging to the Philippines. Manila has filed hundreds of diplomatic protests, mostly ignored by Beijing. At the heart of the conflict, two worldviews. The Philippines, U.S., and most nations support a rules-based order, grounded in UNCLOS. This system is meant to protect the rights of all nations, big or small. China, however, claims historical rights and backs them with force. For Beijing, the South China Sea is sovereign territory, not an international waterway. In this view, might makes right. The U.S. Navy's presence is a direct challenge to China's ambitions. This clash, law versus power, makes the situation volatile and dangerous. The world is watching to see which vision will prevail. The stakes could not be higher. Why is this sea so fiercely contested? The answer lies beneath the waves. The South China Sea is a vital artery for global trade. Over a third of maritime shipping passes through here. Control means power over trillions in commerce. But the real prize is below vast reserves of oil and natural gas. Some estimates suggest up to 11 billion barrels of oil and 190 trillion cubic feet of gas. For China, these resources are a strategic necessity. For the Philippines, they offer a path to energy independence and economic transformation. Tapping these resources could lower energy costs, create jobs, and fund vital services. For both nations, the stakes are existential. China seeks dominance and energy security. The Philippines seeks survival and prosperity. This is not just about territory, it's about the fuel that will power the 21st century. Neither side is backing down. Amid rising tensions, a new U.S.-Philippines energy and security partnership has emerged. This isn't just talk, it's a plan to break China's blockade of Philippine energy exploration. The deal brings U.S. technical help, investment, and a security guarantee. The message: if the Philippines drills in its own waters, America will back it. For years, Chinese harassment kept the Philippines from exploring the Reed Bank's gas fields. Foreign investors stayed away, fearing conflict. The new pact aims to change that, offering the security needed to attract investment. The stakes are urgent. The Malampaya gas field is running dry, and without new sources, the Philippines faces an energy crisis. The U.S. partnership offers a path to energy self-sufficiency and economic stability. For Washington, it's about upholding international law and supporting an ally. By helping Manila, the U.S. pushes back against China's coercion. The alliance is a game changer, turning legal victory into economic reality. It's a bold move in the struggle for control of the region's resources. The world is watching. While the Philippines pursued diplomacy, China built facts on the water. Over a decade, Beijing transformed reefs into massive artificial islands. Once submerged rocks like Mischief Reef now host military bases. These islands bristle with runways, ports, radar, and missile systems. They serve as forward bases for Chinese forces, projecting power deep into the region. This network of unsinkable aircraft carriers lets China dominate airspace and sea lanes. The islands support constant patrols and rapid military response. China claims these are for defense and research, but the scale tells another story: control. By building these fortresses, China enforces its 9-line claim, ignoring international law. The military buildup shifts the balance of power, intimidating smaller neighbors. It's a direct challenge to U.S. naval supremacy in the Western Pacific. The artificial islands are now the backbone of China's strategy. The stakes for the region have never been higher. For 115 million Filipinos, the West Philippine Sea dispute has real consequences. The nation is trapped by its dependence on imported fuel. When global prices rise, families and businesses suffer. Energy insecurity stifles growth and keeps millions in poverty. Imagine a future powered by Philippine natural gas. Developing Reed Bank's resources could mean affordable electricity, more jobs, and stronger businesses. Billions in government revenue could fund infrastructure, schools, and hospitals. Energy independence would transform the economy and secure the nation's future. This is the Filipino dream at stake, a future free from energy poverty. It's why the government stands firm, and why sailors risk contested waters. They're not just defending territory, they're fighting for their children's future. The stakes are nothing less than national transformation. The South China Sea conflict is a global issue, challenging the post-war order. If a powerful nation can ignore legal rulings and seize territory, it sets a dangerous precedent. In response, alliances across the Indo-Pacific are strengthening. The U.S. reaffirms its commitments to the Philippines, Japan, South Korea, and Australia. New groupings like the Quad and AUKUS conduct joint exercises and share intelligence. Regional claimants like Vietnam and Malaysia are modernizing their navies. European powers send ships to assert freedom of navigation and support the 2016 ruling. Yet, many countries balance support for law with economic ties to China. For the Philippines, alliances are crucial. Standing alone is impossible, but as part of a coalition, its position is stronger. The Mutual Defense Treaty with the U.S. is its security cornerstone. This network of partnerships is Manila's shield against coercion. The path to energy independence is fraught with risk. China has vowed to block any Philippine drilling in disputed waters. Any attempt to explore Reed Bank could trigger a dangerous standoff. This risk deters foreign investors who fear conflict with China. Even with U.S. backing, companies need strong assurances of safety. The Philippine government must prove the venture is both profitable and secure. Meanwhile, reliance on imported fuel exposes the country to global price shocks. Every day, without domestic energy development, is a day of vulnerability. The government faces a stark choice: risk confrontation or accept energy poverty. Navigating this requires courage, caution, and diplomacy. The stakes: national security and economic survival. The wrong move could plunge the region into crisis. The Philippines is not standing still. It's reforming policies to attract energy investment and signal it's open for business. Diplomatically, Manila is building alliances and coalitions, engaging the US, Japan, Australia, and ASEAN partners. The goal: move forward with international support, not alone. The balancing act is delicate. China is a neighbor and trading partner, the US a treaty ally. Manila seeks to manage differences with Beijing while strengthening its defense and alliances. Today, the Philippines stands at a crossroads. The decisions made now will shape its future for generations. The hope: a nation free from energy poverty with opportunities for all. The dream: a secure, sovereign, and respected country. Achieving this requires wisdom, courage, and unity. The journey is perilous, but the prize is a destiny of its own making. The world is watching as the Philippines faces its moment of truth.